Good morning. My name is Astra Fox. I'm excited to be here with you, and won't you please sing with me as we open to receive the gifts of the service and everything that today has to offer. It goes like this. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive more good. I am open to receive. I am ready, I believe. I am open to receive more good. Beautiful. Go ahead and stand up if that's comfortable for you. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive wisdom. You got it. I am open to receive. I am ready, I believe. I am open to receive wisdom. Beautiful. Now this time we're going to sing more truth. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive more truth. I am open to receive. I am ready, I believe. I am open to receive more truth. I am open to receive. I am ready, I believe. Now we'll sing all three. I am open to receive more truth than wisdom. I am open to receive wisdom, more good. I am open to receive more good.
Good morning. It's so good to be back and see some of you I haven't seen for a while. I'm Micah. I changed my name. Some of you may be aware, from Ken to Micah. A few years back, Micah is a prophet, and one of the latter prophets. And Micah's message to the people was, trust in God, not always in men, because the Israelites would constantly get into trouble, and they'd turn to other countries to protect them from these others that were going to harm them. And in turn, they would enslave them, so they went from one bondage to another bondage. So the message for me was, always trust in God. God will never let me down, and God is always there and always present. And so the promise then is that I have a message for you, he said. Micah, I will give you all that you've ever been seeking and more. It's all going to be there for you if you do this. So I kind of liked that, and I thought, well, I'm going to take that name. My mother said she got the name Ken from the maid, the cleaning lady at the hospital when I was born, because she didn't want a boy, she wanted a girl. And so when they came and said, you have a wonderful little boy, she said, I don't want a boy, I want a girl. And my dad said, that's not possible, you've got a little boy. I want a girl. And so she was in one of those postpartum depressions, I guess, I hope, because that was not the message a baby needs to hear. But I didn't hear it. I was a little bitty baby, and she said, finally they kept her a day. I used to keep you a couple of days. And they said, you're going to send you home now, but you have to name your baby. And the nurse had the little chart. She said, I don't have a name. I don't want a name. I had a name for a girl. And so my dad said, she turned to the maid that was cleaning the floor, and she said, what's a name for a boy? And the woman said, Kenneth. They were down in Kentucky, so I got named Kenneth by the lady in the hospital cleaning the floor. So I've always been proud of that, but I thought Micah might be better. So it's California. We can do whatever we want to do. It's a place where you can change whatever you want to change, right? The land of the free, the land of the free. Good morning. God bless you all. I'm so glad to be here. I came back because I do love you, and I love this church, and nothing else could have gotten me off of that rocker and that real sweet little chihuahua that prays with me every day and out of my garden, but you could do that. Will you join me? Let's say a prayer. Take a moment and we just breathe and relax and center ourselves, knowing that in this very room, there is more than enough love to heal anyone who needs that healing. We know that every cell and organ and system of our being is filled with the life and intelligence of God. And we see it now going to work, restoring and healing. Our minds are full of wisdom, for we're one with the mind of God. Our hearts are full of love, overflowing, because we're one with the love of God. In that truth and in that awareness that we're one with God, we now go forth with this service and with this day, knowing everything that needs to be said and done is in perfect order. For he who called us to this service is here with us now, and she will never let us down. So be it.
Good morning, Unity of the Valley Spiritual Center. Someday, I think we will find out actually who named Jesus in that manger. You know, do we have a name? And the shepherd said, anyway. Welcome, Reverend Micah. Welcome, our new musician, and she's a brand new musician. They still make them, and I tell you, if I hadn't opened my eyes, I would have said, oh my God, it's a young Joan Baez. Anyway, welcome Astra Fox. And today, today is our first Sunday of October, and it is birthday Sunday. So, will all people who have birthdays in October please stand up and let's see who comes. Come on. Okay. Were you born in October? Okay. You come on over. You want to stand next to the musician? Okay. All right. All right, here we go. All right.
Happy birthday to you.
Wait.
Sorry.
Okay.
Let's get in the right key.
Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear family. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you now. All right, thank you. Starting the month off right, correctly. All right, and we also, at this time, honor our children, and we honor the Christ light within all of us. So we have two candlelight brothers coming up here, and it's Aiden and it's Owen. And Owen is going to light, and Aiden is going to assist. And Aiden brought a fire helmet in case something happens. All right, you want to stand? Why don't you stand here where everybody can see you? And I'll hold this candle, and you light that one in that. Okay, you got it? All right, and no need for a fireman. Thank you. Now blow that one out. Good. Okay, lay that down, and away we go. We stand out here in front. Okay. So we have already sung Happy Birthday. We've already seen that slide. And now we want that one, and bingo. Thank you, Jim. By the way, Jim Stuve is our video tech. He records this occasion and sends it out to the world on a box cast. And Warren Spaeth is our sound tech, and he keeps us wired for sound. So, all right, let's bless these kids. You are a beautiful child of God, perfect in every way. You are loved unconditionally, just the way you are. And if it's true for these beautiful children of God, it must be true for us. I am a beautiful child of God, perfect in every way. I am loved unconditionally, just the way I am. All right, now we're going to sing.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Okay. You walk right up this way. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. We have already introduced Astra Fox. Astra, will you tell us some things about yourself here?
Yes, I would love to. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you. I drove from Sebastopol in Sonoma County this morning. Someone just gasped. I say it's a small price to pay to live your joyful purpose. And this is my purpose, to share uplifting messages and music to help lift your vibration and really shift people's mindsets so they can empower themselves for their goals, their dreams, to share their gifts with the world so you can live your joyful purpose. So thank you so much. I started my journey, really started at the age of 20. I had a husband who passed away, and I became a widow very young, but it became the growth catalyst for my personal and spiritual growth journey that led to me writing inspirational music, becoming a life coach, and now I get to live my dreams while I support other people in breaking through the blocks and challenges that they may have. So thank you all so much. I look forward to sharing more of my original music with you this morning.
Reverend Micah handed me a bio here, and I shouldn't quake and my knees shouldn't shake, but it's got 30 lines to it. He's been very, very busy. And we're going from 1963. Do you remember that? It was a very good year. And anyway, all the way up here to the last entry is 2014. Completion of clinical pastoral education programs at Sutter General Hospital. He's worked in hospice. He's been the senior minister of Unity of Tri-Valley in Dublin, California. He's been the Dean of Unity Institute, Ministry and Religious Studies Seminary. Anyway, it goes on and on. Like I said, busy boy here. Not a boy, but all right. We're so happy to have you back and hear what I'm wanting to hear what I missed. You were here how many years? 5 years. And that's a long time. And it was, what years?
It's on the paper.
Oh, it's on the paper. Anyway, I've heard they were good years. So welcome back. Now, let's have community highlights. Oh, and there it is. This is our last year for sponsoring the Walk to End Alzheimer's. And our friend Bob here has, how many years have you done this, Bob?
This is the 13th year.
13th year. That's just the right number. So anyway, thank you for 13 years of service. And I announced last week that the news is that our congregation here tops all congregations in Vacaville for contributions to the Walk to End Alzheimer's. This one is going to be October 19th in the Sassoon Harbor Plaza. Beautiful place, and it'll, I'm sure, be a wonderful day. You can sign up for the walk in the hall outside. Tomorrow we must get organized. Unity of the Valley Spiritual Center annual craft fair is scheduled for Saturday, November 23rd, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. You're getting lots of lead time here, so do what I did. Cheryl and I, we had some moisture problem under our house, so I emptied the closet under the stairs to access the crawl space going down under the house. And in order to get to that little door in the floor, I had to empty this entire closet. And it's got 2 thrift stores full of all kinds of stuff. So anyway, you have plenty of lead time to do the same. Look around your house, make your pile, and get ready to come here and sell your stuff. Sound bath. Linda Kohler and Joy Hope. Sound bath meditation is an ancient practice designed to bring deep states of relaxation and meditation using a variety of instruments, singing bowls, crystal bowls, chimes, and more. And that's October 13th, coming up. Bunko Bash. Somehow I love it, and obviously you do too, because we have recidivists. A lot of people come back and do it again. And in criminology, that's somebody who commits another crime. But anyway, let's do it again. It's October 19th. Tickets are for sale out in the hall, and it's only $20 for a lot of fun and some good snacks and your chance to win prizes. 5, Fourth Friday feed at the Epiphany Church, the Epiphany Episcopal Church. We need volunteers for cooking, serving, and cleanup. And Cheryl and I have volunteered to do this before. I always say, well, I don't know anything about cooking. Well, you go there, and it's a well-organized kitchen, and somebody knows how to cook for the masses. And they say, do this, this, and this, and don't do that, and you're all set. So I recommend that you consider volunteering there. Cheryl and I are going to do it. They also are looking for clothing and toiletries, other items, to be dispensed to people who are struggling. So anyway, that's part of our mission, service to the world. Statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good.
All right, so I'm going to play an original song with you, for you. This is the title track off of my first album entitled The Calling. When they said you couldn't do it, when they said you wouldn't win, did you take it for the answer and not trust the voice within? How can they know which way your wind blows? Look inside of you for the truth, the voice inside of you. When they tell you life is empty, when they tell you love is pain, can you feel the heart that's aching and the fear that sounds like blame? How can they know which way your wind blows? Look inside of you for the truth, the voice inside of you. The calling from within will guide you on your path to heaven. See yourself as if there's nothing to it. See yourself as if it's already done, and see yourself as if you've already been through it, and you've won. When you think you can do it, and you know you will win, you align with life that breathes you, and the strength alive within, and you will know how strong your wind blows. Look inside of you for your truth, the voice inside of you. The calling from within will guide you on your
Wonderful. I bought some new shoes because I was going out today, so I wanted to dress up. Unfortunately, I got shoes that have a sole on them that is non-skid, and that sounded pretty good for a man that's almost 80, so I thought, well, that's good, I'll do that. Unfortunately, every time you take a step on a carpet, it also stays right there. So if you see me sort of staggering around, I'm not that bad. I'm really not that bad. It's the shoes. It's not me. It's the shoes. We have a little Chihuahua, and it's little mini Chihuahua, so we call it Mini. And the neighbor has one also. And this neighbor's Chihuahua is a little bigger. Looks like Chernobyl, you know, a big old Chihuahua. But they dropped some coins, like a couple dimes, he said, and probably a penny or two. And without even thinking, the dog just went up and snarfed it up. So this little Chihuahua ate the dimes. And really, they got very concerned, obviously, rushed it off to the emergency vet, and the emergency vet said, it'll probably pass naturally, so don't worry, but we'll keep her for a day just to make sure, or keep him. So they did, and the next day he called back, and when I saw him, he said, I said, how's the dog? And he said, well, the only thing the doctor said was there's been no change. But there's been a change here. There's been a change here. Anybody else ever go through changes in the last few weeks or months? Things you weren't expecting, and all of a sudden, you're in the middle of it. Yeah, change is usually unpredictable, unexpected, unanticipated, so you really don't have a chance to prepare yourself for it. You just have to see what's in you and what you're going to show up with to experience this. And that's the gift of change. One of the gifts of change is it gives you a chance to really perceive what your basic foundation is in your belief system about the presence of God, your relationship with God, being alone, being powerful or not being powerful. The world is good. The world is bad. The world is unpredictable, and therefore I can't trust. Some children grow up that way. You know, I taught special ed in the inner city in Ohio, and these kids, they didn't know if they were going to eat. There was 3 or 4 in one bed, and laundry may or may not be done, and just unpredictable life. And so you can anticipate that their first preconceived response to a change would be, life is bad, and it's unpredictable. I don't know what it can do, and there's just me. I have no one to turn to. I don't know about you, but I had a very good foundation. A little chubby Irish woman who was my mom, and she just stayed at home and took care of us kids and loved that. That was what she wanted to do. And she was a powerful woman in that. My dad worked all the jobs he could and raised us well, and so we moved on up. I was 14 when they bought their first house, and it was a little row house, but we thought it was a mansion. They put up chandeliers and painted and scrubbed and fixed it up. It looked so pretty. And so I had a good foundation. My response usually with change is the shock, the denial. I'm good at denial, the king of denial. It's like, nah, this isn't really happening. I'm seeing this wrong. But that doesn't work for long, does it? Anxiety, that's a new response, they say, to the series of responses that are norm, like anger and fear and hurt. And whenever there's a change, a significant change, can be a loss, can be a serious illness, can be the change of a minister in a church that is loved and well established. An emptiness, something missing. But there's a gift in the way that we see ourselves responding. And that's why I called this lesson the gift of change. Every time there's a significant change in my life, like here at the church, I have a chance to see just what's there, what's at the base of my belief system, because it'll usually show up. And that's my default, or it's my preconceived order. It's what I believe is true. And we're stuck with that. That's there. My friends, the psychologists, tell me you can't change that. But what you can do is create a whole new belief system that will sort of superimpose and overcome that basic assumption. We do that through the power of affirmation, the power of prayer and affirmation. I went, when my son was like 21, and it was a big day, and the youngest son, I thought, I want to treat him with something really unusual. And so I called and I said, he was in college in Florida, and I said, I'll pay for whatever you want to do for your 21st birthday. If you want to take a trip to Las Vegas or you want to go somewhere, I'll pay for it. Take out all the credit cards and you can go. And he said, well, I don't really have any big desire to go anywhere, but wait a minute. There is one place I've always wanted to go. I want to see the Dalai Lama. And I said, oh. I didn't even think collectively I had enough money to send him to India and then spend a week or two there. But what I did have was luck. He said, the Dalai Lama's coming into Florida, and he's going to be here in Miami, and my college is right up the road, so if you want to go to see the Dalai Lama, I want you to come down for my birthday and we'll go together. So I got to go see the Dalai Lama in this beautiful and intimate set situation, and I mean lots of people obviously there, but when he walked out in the, and I'll tell you why I'm sharing this. It's not one of those old people side things, I don't think, but when he came into the room, everyone stood. Everyone was applauding and kind of taken back by the presence of the Dalai Lama. Little gentle man. He got about halfway over to the pillows they had set up for him, and he said, wait a minute. And it was this hush, like, uh-oh, something's wrong. And he said, I'm just a simple monk. Why are you all applauding for me? I'm a simple monk. And everyone just kind of quieted down. And he went on to speak. And the simple monk said, you know, when they came into Tibet, and the Chinese they were on their way to the monastery, and the people there knew it. And they dressed me up in a costume and made me look like a laborer. And then they took me out with a group of laborers, and we escaped. I was just a kid, and I thought the whole world had ended because my whole world was that monastery. I had never really known anything else. All my teachers were gone. All my home was gone, my foundation, my people. And I left with that feeling, and for a long time I felt that way. But India welcomed us, and so we reestablished ourselves there. And over the years, a short time, I realized if I hadn't experienced that change, if they had not come into the monastery, I would have never been able to take my message and my presence to the world. And that's what I came to do, was to teach that love and peace were the answer and that God was ever present. But now I've touched the world. And he said in no other way could I have done that. So what seemed as if it were a terrible end, and perhaps it was, also had the opportunity to provide a platform for him to reach out to the whole world. And that so impressed me that I have to look at my own life, and sometimes the circumstances, the end of a relationship, the end of a particular home that you love. We grieved when we left the home in Missouri to come out here. We wanted to come to California, but we loved this old Tudor home we owned in California, in Missouri. And I remember the dean's daughter, not the dean, the CEO of Unity's daughter bought the house. And so we even gave her our bed to encourage her. She was pregnant and she got up the steps, but she couldn't go back down. She said, "You're gonna have to help me. I need to lay here for a while. I'll buy the house if I can have this bed." So we gave her the bed. So this was happening so fast, and I kept thinking, no, my bed too. I have to give up everything. But it worked out so well for us. I got to come and be with you, and that was a blessing. So, according to your faith, let it be done unto you, is what we read in Matthew 9:29. So, what is your faith? Is it in this earlier preconditioned response that is one of fear and lack and feeling helpless or hopeless? Or is it one of power and knowing that you're one with God, the one presence and one power, and that in that oneness you have the ability to change? In fact, you can change not just one thing, you can change your whole life. Have any of you ever changed your whole life? Just one decision after another. Said, yeah, I can do this. I can do it again and again and again, because that which I am is not alone. In Hebrews 11:11, we read, your faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So it takes a response that is filled with faith. It cannot be filled with logic necessarily. When you're standing and facing a circumstance and they tell you that the medical report says that this condition is incurable, you have the ability to accept it, to settle back, and you have no choice. You have to accept it is what it is. I have a big sign in my living room that says, "C'est la vie." It is what it is. I have to accept that is at the moment what it is. But I don't have to accept that it's permanent. I do not have to accept that it's something that cannot be changed. I'm open. I'm receptive to any way and any means that the good can come into my life. But it's hard to stay that way because it takes faith rather than just logic. And our senses can be a little bit limiting because we only see what we can see with our eyes. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So it's all an inner work. When you're going through change, you may feel, and I do too, and may hear those same voices within that say, oh, this is bad. This is really not going to be for good. I can see all the negativity, and I can look around, I can count numbers, and I can start to see a certain amount of money or whatever and say, oh, it's a dying church. It's a lacking community. Or I can take a deep breath and look again and use that pivotal power of my mind, which can turn in any way I choose to change it. I turn my attention to that which is positive, which is good, a loving, faith-filled, powerful community that is dedicated, caring, and consistently there, serving, creating, providing the space and the open hearts to receive the good. That's what I see. That's what I feel when I come here. I wondered, since I hadn't been back for a bit, what I would feel. And what I did feel was warmth and love, receptivity, which is what I needed to feel. And I needed to feel that on that day. And it was there. It always is. So we're doing a major change, a big change. The minister has moved on now to her highest good. We bless her. We send her our love and our gratitude. She did all that she could do with what she came to the job to provide, and it was good. Now we face the changes to come. And there are some that are obvious, lots of guest speakers, but there will also be changes that were unexpected. Some of us are facing them every day. Marcy and I faced a couple this week. We weren't expecting, but they're changes. But we have a way of responding that is an innate way for each of us that was preconceived, precognitive commitment, or we can say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going there anymore. What did that get me in the past? Just more of the same that I'm experiencing now. Instead, I will turn to the presence and the power of the living God within me. I'll listen for guidance and I will act accordingly. And guess what? New things and wonderful things can occur when we do that. The Dalai Lama was a teacher for me as well as many others. And so I was just blessed to hear that message, but it stuck with me, obviously. And I remembered Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to the pattern of the belief of the world, which is negative. All you have to do is turn on the news. And it's almost a joke, you know. If you don't want to hear it, you just don't turn on the news. But you can't live in isolation for too long, and the negativity's there. This one said that, this one said that, and then there's a counter argument. But in truth, we have the option to hold other thoughts. Our mind is where it works. All the process of change occurs for us in our mind. There's a little paragraph or two from a book by Marianne Williamson called The Gift of Change. And this is what she said. A friend once told me that I'm a sufferer. I didn't know what he meant at the time. I knew exactly what he meant in reality. I knew exactly what he meant because things could be so good and then I would find something really stupid to get upset about. I was simply in the emotional habit of focusing on the negative. Can you breathe around that? Ever find yourself doing that? There's that statement I dread when I hear it. I'll say something about, well, you know, this is pretty good. And yeah, but. The and but. There's always that, oh yeah, but you haven't. The other shoe hasn't fallen yet. Look out. Well, that's the negative coming up. And it could mean that preconceived cognitive commitment is now reestablishing itself in your mind. But this is where we say no. We begin to affirm a new way of thinking, a new way of living, a faith-filled way. I've learned, Marianne said, I have learned to a very large extent we are responsible for our own happiness. And at any given moment, it's our focus that determines our emotional reality. There are always things to be happy about. There are always things to be sad about. Our preconditioning sets us up for the negative because we inherited the human consciousness by becoming human. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, and in doing so, we take on the consciousness of the whole race. So take a deep breath. There's a lot of thinking out there that is not based on truth, and a lot of it is negative. But on the positive side, you can choose again. You can use your mind to transform your world. You can decide, yeah, but it could be better. It could be really good, and I'll tell you how. And then begin to affirm your life into reality. Because thoughts held in mind really do create in kind. It's the law of mind action. Thoughts held in mind create in kind. So we have to be conscious, don't we? Not worried about, but conscious of our thinking. Our precondition sets us up, but we have the commitment, the opportunity to change that. There's a concept called locked in, locked out. Once somebody's mind is set, it's very difficult to get them to change it, isn't it? Have you ever tried to talk to somebody about the politics of their beliefs and their belief system about that? And you say, but couldn't you see this? Not at all. They can't even see it. I mean, it may be very evident to you, but they can't even see it. And it's called locked in, locked out. It doesn't allow for any other way of perceiving it. The only way through that is to go beyond it and above it and affirm a new life, a new way of thinking, to superimpose a belief system that will, in time, dwarf that other way that was preconceived. affirmation of in the mind is a way to see beyond the circumstance and see the positive, the true, and the real. Because there's always good. There can't be an absence of God anywhere at any time, so there cannot be an absence of good. Are you with me? If God is everywhere present, then good is everywhere present, no matter what it looks like. No matter whether the soldiers are coming in and taking your monastery or not, there will be good in this. I don't have to see it. I don't even have to believe it. But I can be open to a change in time of my perception. And it takes patience, doesn't it? It doesn't necessarily happen overnight. I wish. But it takes patience, like everything. Just like the puppy, waiting for the change to occur. Positive thinking and praying is the ability to say yes to God. It's the ability to have faith in your prayers, not just to say words. The statement of spiritual truth, the prayer that is positive, present tense, and personal, is creative. Positive, present tense, and personal. Make it now. I am healthy. I am alive. I am strong. I am sitting in the pew in a thriving and powerful church that is filling up more every day. Whether or not numbers change, the church's consciousness will change. And with the change in consciousness, what happens? Everything grows that is good. We hold in mind a statement, and we form a new positive truth. People say, well, how long do I have to believe this or affirm it, even though I don't see it happening? And because everybody wants an answer, I always say 3 weeks to 3 months. And if we hold on that long with our affirmation, our statement of truth, regardless of the circumstances, we will shift. Either they will change or we will change so much that we'll find a way to deal with it, a way of understanding it, and it will be better for us. Our capacity to change our mind is the perfect gift that God has given us. It's there. It's something that we can do no matter how it feels. There is a phenomena, and it's called the Gestalt. Whenever we have a belief system that is strong, and we hold it, regardless of the circumstances or the conditions, we believe in something. There's an energy that goes into it that will cause a change, that will shift us and throw us into a new consciousness, a new way of believing, a new way of seeing. And those things that we see and believe, we will see in manifestation. A gestalt occurs. When we are projected, our good is projected into the reality. The economy was so bad when we moved out here that if you remember that period of time when the home values all dropped and the banks wouldn't give loans to new couples or people moving in, it was just a terrible time for selling a house, which in order to come out to be here with you, we had to do. So we put the house up on the market. There were 4 other homes on the block, and they were beautiful old Tudor homes that had been there for a long time. And they all were very expensive, and ours was this little house. And the realtor even said, you'll probably need to sell it if you do at a loss, and if you sell it, it'll be really miraculous. I went to the Unity School where I was acting as the dean, and that week, and the CEO asked me how things were going, and I told her we were concerned about the sale of the house, and we wanted to have a home out here, so we had to sell that. And she said, what kind of home, and so on. Send me a picture. And I did. She said, my daughter is moving here and wants to see one. She and her daughter came to look the next week, and the house was sold at full price without going through the realtor. Are you with me? I had no clue she had a daughter that was moving in from New York, and that's the one who was pregnant and is sleeping still probably in my bed, which was a good bed, damn it. How about you? Are you ready to see some changes in your life? Are you ready to see some positive and the energy in this church to continue growing and thriving as it is right now?
with your faith faculty in hand and your ability to change your mind and focus and affirm, let's speak a couple affirmations and take them to heart. Will you join me? I'll speak them first and then join me. I am radiantly healthy. I know what to do and I do it well. I am free to explore. I am free to make mistakes. I am safe and secure. I'm confident. I have conviction. I am financially secure. I am a holy, innocent, beautiful child of God. I am a holy, innocent, beautiful child of God. I am powerful. I am wise. I am loved and loving. By now you should be sizzling in your seat. If you feel a strange vibration coming through you, it's not ill. It's not a disease. It's called the movement of spirit. You can shift your energy. You can shift everything in the world, but it takes you and the collective us to do it. Are you with me? Well, let's just keep on building that positive and loving and caring consciousness that's here now. The belief that there is always good, it's always present because God's always present. And then grab hold of it and affirm it into reality. Make it clear. Our church is alive, alert, and enthusiastic. Are you with me? Our church is alive, alert, and enthusiastic. Thank you, God. So be it.
Thank you, Reverend Micah. That was a beautiful message. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, take a breath. Revolving tide, creating life. You are the one, I am the one. Evolving mind, healing life. You are the one, we are one. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, take a breath. Revolving tide, creating life.
Now, to relax, close our eyes and return to that place within where we're one with the presence and the power and the love of God. It's our inner tabernacle. Breathing. Take a breath, deep. Hold that breath and let it flow in and through every part of your being. Clear your mind for just this moment of any concerns, any fears, any worries. Bring them all to this indwelling presence and allow comfort to fall like rain upon all those concerns. Let your heart be full with love. Breathe. Relax in the presence of pure spirit. I am one with the Father, Mother, God. And in that oneness I live. I breathe and I have my being. Om Mani Padme Hum. I behold the jewel in the center of the lotus. I know that you're here within. Every cell, organ, and system of my being is filled with the healing presence of life. My mind is aglow with the wisdom of pure spirit, for my mind is one with the mind of God. I am prosperous always, as I am prospered by the presence of God in all the universe. Everything and everyone supports me now. Knowing this is true of me, I rest now. Rest. In the silence, rest. Filled with the love and light of God, I move forward now to my good. Thank you, God. So be it.
You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there.
As Jim Neighbors once said, surprise, surprise, surprise. We have so many surprises happening in this church. Beautiful, beautiful music. When she first started, I saw all 4 chairs turn. If you've ever watched The Voice, you know. Who's going to be her coach? I think she could, at her age, be coach to a lot of people. And Reverend Ken Micah Murdock, Man, that's a handle. I love it. Say it. Ken Michael Murdock in the black trunks and the sticky shoes. Okay. Enough of that. We are blessed. And on top of that, you are part of me and I'm a part of you. Guess who responded to that song? In the upper left quadrant of this circle, you see that brown twig with the leaves? A hummingbird actually, did you see it? Came and tried to sit on that branch next to the dove. I tell you, the lion shall lay down with the lamb, and the hummingbird shall sit with the dove. Okay? It has all come to pass. Thank you, God. Now, in response to that, let's reach into our wallets. Okay. Text to give. Press the blue button. Okay. I don't need to say much more, except that all of life is a process of reception and release. Reception and release. I loved your sermon, your meditation. It really is, we all need to be reminded that things end and things begin and things apparently are lost and then they're restored and always in amazing grace. We will now say the blessing of the tithes and offerings, and then our ushers will bring around the baskets, and you know the drill. Okay. God's love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am and have, all that I give and receive. I am grateful.
All right, won't you affirm with me our gratitude and joy? I am thankful, so thankful. Ooh, just like that again. I am thankful, so thankful. Ooh, I am. 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 I am so thankful. I am joyful, so joyful. Ooh, I am joyful, so joyful. Ooh, I am, I am, I am. Yes, we are. Let's affirm this. I am, I am, I am, I am so joyful. I am thankful, so thankful. Ooh, I am thankful, so thankful. Ooh, I am, I am, I am. I am, I am, I am, I am so thankful.
Now please recite with me our affirmation of divine substance. The inexhaustible resource of spirit is equal to every demand. There is no reality in lack. Abundance is here and now manifest. And it is circle time. Circle the wagons for happiness. Boom, boom. I'll sing it with you. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah.
If you can't reach the other person, spirit's there,
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God our Creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
He surrounds us. This God folds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us.
Wherever we are,
God is. Holy family, we celebrate our oneness and honor our diversity.
We turn now to the world and remember that as we do, we hold this vision for our church together. Our church is alive, alert, and enthusiastic. So be it.
Yay!
Thank you for letting me come. It was wonderful.